This week's listing is at 2307 Tecumseh Drive here in Michigan. It is on Lake Wamplers. We specialize in high-end homes and luxury homes. Before we ever do a video, the one thing that we do is we walk through the entire home. It's those little details that take you a step above the rest. So what we're going to start out with is going through this home and seeing all of the different tips that I can give you to get your house ready for the market. So let's go inside and take a look and see if this homeowner's got it all ready for us. Tip number one, this isn't for the seller, this is for you as the agents. Never go into a house with your shoes on. It is just common respect that you take your shoes off before you enter any home. So that's what we're going to do first before we go through. So I can see one of the biggest things here that I often see when they think that all of the lights are on, but I can see some of the lights are not. So what we want to do is go through the house, and even with the lamps for photos and showings, we want to make sure we don't knock anything over, and we want to make sure all the lights are on. So we're going to do that. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Out here, this looks great. Oh, tip number two, never have magnets on the refrigerator. Always remove anything from the refrigerator, remove the magnets. We'll put that somewhere. Tip number three, keep things as simple as possible. So I think this chair would look much better if we just had it. I love neutrals, and just keeping it less is better and nice and clean. So we're going to remove anything that's super colorful that takes away. I'm going to just put that here for now. Tip number four, go through, and as you can see, we want to affix any of the pillows, making sure everything just almost looks like you're going into our house or Pottery Barn, and when they set up things. If you go into a store, there's a huge difference between TJ Maxx and Nordstrom. When you look at the way that they display things, they could both carry the same items, but you're going to get a higher dollar at Nordstrom's or Saks, and a lot of it comes from the way things are displayed. So we want to go through that and just double check these little things here. Let's take a look over here. I would say this bedroom looks great, other than the fact that I'll go and I'll turn on the rest of the lights. Tip number five, I think I'm on, is we don't need it for photos, but before we go into showings, the closet. We want to make the closets look as large as possible, so always color code your closet. So you're going to start from darks to light. It's going to make it look larger. I used to think let's start light to dark, but it's not. It's start dark to light. Doesn't matter if it's long sleeve, short sleeve, color code your closets. Up at the top, keep that as clean as possible. Use some baskets that are all uniform and have those go across so it just looks nice and clean. That will make this closet probably look 50% larger and just a lot more organized. This bathroom looks really good. They followed other instructions, keeping us to like a white shower curtain, no rugs on the floor. In here, this room looks great too, other than we'll turn on the light. But one thing, I always look at the bedding, and it's the first thing you see, and I hate it when this is not covering the mattress and it's nice and straight. So we're gonna make sure that all of the bedding is super nice. You will find in another one of my videos what a difference bedding makes. The bed takes up so much of the room, so investing in really good neutral bedding can go a long way when you're selling your house for such a little dollar amount. Let's take a look in here. In the bathroom, I can see always close your toilet seats. Never photograph. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. And anything like air fresheners, extra things like that, we want to find a spot for those for the photos and keep those out of our photos so it's nice and clean. And let's go downstairs and take a look. Okay, so down here I'm looking at it, and this is absolutely awesome. They followed every step. That this was a lot more crowded. They have a lot of grandkids that come over. They have guests that come over. So there was just a lot down here. So what you want to do is you're not decorating anymore. What you're doing is you're staging. So your less is better. So here there isn't a thing that I would change. It looks perfect. And when we go over to this room, I would say the same thing. They couldn't have got it any cleaner. And to show, we're at a lake house, and at a lake house, you have a lot of times a lot of guests. But this home has also been a great Airbnb. So when you see this bedding the way it's set up for their family, this is also great for an Airbnb. It has a lot of sleeping quarters, and they brought in a pretty good income, and they still lived here full time. It was the time when they weren't here and they Airbnb'd it. I'm going to say they brought in an income of well over $50,000 for just a really short amount of time. So if you're looking for some extra income when maybe you go to Florida or something, this might be a perfect opportunity. Let's go take a look at what we've got here. Again, perfect. Everything is simple, it's neat, it's clean, it's got great bedding that matches. This room is exactly the same. We'll turn on one more light here. I love the windows. The windows, they do not have any blinds, any heavy curtains. And we're on the lake. We've got an amazing view, and their gardens here are super stunning. I love flowers. So if you come here, you're gonna love that too. So here in this bathroom, again, just a few little things that you don't think about. All of these little things that are right here, just take away from the view and how the room shows. So we want to keep this as simple as possible and just keep it nice and clean. Again, it's not that we need to show it as it's lived in. What we want to do is we want to show it like a showcase home, which it is. So cleaning up any of those things is super important. I think, well, we'll take a look outside or to the garage, but they did an amazing job. There was so little that I had to do to get ready. This is what I love, a seller who listens. Next tip is going outdoors and looking at how you have it set up. They couldn't have done a better job. I don't think I could. Well, I know I couldn't have done this well. Everything is spotless. They have lots of color from the flowers, but they have cushions to give a pop of color here. They have it super cleaned up, and they have it set up to be used exactly for the space. And then we have this gorgeous view that is not blocked by anything that looks out over the lake. So here, I've got nothing to change, and I couldn't be more happy in how well they put it together.